Hey, it's us. Once again, I'm JT. Got my homeboy with me say something might be.
What it do?
And that's what he says. Welcome to another quickie episode. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing
It sounds
all right.
so foreign when I say how are you. Like I'm just not used to.
Now you never never care about me.
Is that what it is? It's about
we're
care?
supposed to be a homeboy. I ask you every you get pissed off when I ask how you doing.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on.
Even in his pissed offness, he still doesn't. You don't even bring him back just to be snippy.
And
How about you,
courteous.
nigga? I don't even get that. He like
my bad.
You good? But I'm all right. I don't even expect it, so I'm cool.
Right on.
But we're here. It's been a minute. What has happened? Give me some quick things that happened.
No,
in the time
you could have told me that you was gonna go this route.
It's good. It wouldn't feel the same,
if I was able to prepare.
Playing down with, because your ears to the street more than me,
Well, your boy Nelly been in the news.
Yeah.
Usher been in the news.
Well, I knew it because we talked about Usher. I know.
Did we talk about Usher?
Yeah, we talked about Usher.
We talked about
because him and the herpes and the girl and all of that situation. But yeah, I know we talked about. Did we talk about? We talked about Kevin Hart, right? And his situation, the tape.
Oh yeah, because you thought I was being funny when I said he was laying in her lap playfully. Oh, you thought it was a short joke. But have you been able to see the picture since I mentioned that? That it's playfully. I mean, not to be funny, it really is.
But you don't describe that like for a grown man, playfully.
But
the only reason I go back, I remember now. The only reason you say that because that man little.
I'm saying if you see the picture, you could be like, "That's so playful."
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't say that if Shaq was in the video.
But I'm saying I can't
me.
imagine Shaq taking a picture and looking like that.
Cause Shaq is a big man. You can only imagine playfully with a
and then it was like the laugh he was doing. It seemed like I said, he was being tickled. You know what? I ain't got nothing to do with being short. It's just the way the picture came out. Blame the photographer. Don't blame me. I'm just saying. Anyway, Nelly was being accused of rape or allegedly or whatever.
That's crazy. What's that? The producer Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, yeah.
He been he going through the Bill Cosby route.
Mm-hmm. And so I heard something about his brother too. That came out like a couple of days, like yesterday or
his
the day before.
Been doing the same.
Saying he ain't too innocent in this whole situation.
Didn't he come out like he was against his brother?
Oh yeah, you got to. It's a sin and a shame.
Yeah, he
I would never. I disown. I disavow. That's like political talk. I disavow you.
Not knowing, he's getting their number when they come out.
He exactly. Like it's ridiculous. Oh, so I see what you're up to. Holla at me.
That's wild. But who knows? I guess what they call the casting couch is never that far away.
Did we talk about Ezekiel
Elliott, the football player?
Remember, I feel like he got a 6-game suspension.
Yeah,
and
they like suspended for a minute. They let him play almost a half a season.
Yeah,
and then now we putting the hammer down and
bring it back.
I'm like, you could have did this at the beginning. You could gave me but I think he appealed. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So that takes a minute, and so I guess they
came back we stand by.
They denied his appeal. I'm guessing. I haven't really read into it like that. So I guess I think we play him in about 3 weeks, and so he ain't gonna be playing when we play him. I want him to play, because you want good competition when you play. So people don't have no coming back. Well,
excuses.
We didn't have
our best people out there.
When we beat your Cowboys, I'm talking to you, whoever a Cowboy fan. I know they out there.
Oh, there's a lot of them in my family.
Yeah,
loving them.
I don't give a damn. I guess we can talk about what we about to talk about now. Close to home. Shout out to Lamont McIntyre, a guy here in Kansas City, Kansas, where we from, Wyandotte County. He was incarcerated for 23 years for a crime he didn't commit. It was a double murder back in '94, I think, and he was on like 17 years old when that happened. Mm-hmm. I think when the trial came, he was 18 years old, so they tried him as an adult, and he got life in prison. And from the beginning, he was like, that's not me, and his family, like, he was basically at home. He had an alibi. He was around family when supposedly the murders happened. Mm-hmm. And I think they said the murders were like two guys in a car, and some guy came and shot him and murdered him, and it was two witnesses. One witness said it looks like some guy that I know named Lamont. That was the first witness. Okay. And then there was another. The second witness, I think, was the cousin of one of the victims.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, and she first she said it was him. She identified him as him, but then she came back and said like she was coerced by one of the detectives, Roger Galewski. And so she backed back and acquiesced to whatever he had to say or his. I don't know. Sometimes you get intimidated when you don't know the law, right? And you in the police station.
You feel like you gonna get in trouble if you don't say or do what they tell you.
And that sometimes that's the feeling. You ain't got nothing on yourself, but you feel some type of
that's
way.
What they
because you already know that something can end bad for me,
especially
as a black person.
Yeah, if you're black, we have to think that every time. And me and Novelty talked about this on Keep Moving podcast. This particular story, the fact that we still are dealing with situations with black men being incarcerated for multiple years, and then getting out, whether it's DNA evidence or lack of the fact that we were prosecuted to begin with without any evidence, but they still found a way to.
This case, it was so shallow.
But it don't take much.
It take much. That's all they needed was those two witnesses. And one backed back and said no.
Because it was questionable at the beginning. But then when you get a jury who already has a preconceived notion about who we are as black people. Yeah. And the way the media portrays us. Like I said, I'm always a suspect, no matter what. Because I'm black and I got dreads. And anytime they come out saying a person did this, whether it's criminal activity, he was black, he had dreadlocks.
You fit the description.
I fit the description. That's why I stay my black ass in the house.
But it's sad, that's what happened, and so
thankfully he got out.
Yeah, I think he had a couple lawyers that worked with him, and finally the case came to a head as far as him being released, and they basically this is a long time coming. Mm-hmm. You didn't do it. There was no DNA. There was nothing. No gun, no nothing as far as him being associated with that murder. It was just that the one witness said he looks like somebody I know named Lamont. And then the other cousin said, and then she recanted and said, that's not him. And then she was there when he got released. They know each other now. They have a rapport with each other because she's been helping him. Yeah, she's been trying to help him as far as getting him out because she's like, no, this is not him. Right. I was coerced by the old detective. Detective, dirty cop, and that we finding out, that that's just like the tip of the iceberg as far as KCK police. And so we find the information about him. I know like
the detective.
The detective.
Oh yeah,
and his dealings with like one of the attorneys that was a part of the deal. We found out like one of the attorneys was in cahoots, or she had a relationship with one of the judges in his case.
So it was wrong.
So it was just wrong all the way around. And we, they said stuff coming out as far as Galewski. He just let things run through the system. He don't care about
all this. It's about getting those numbers.
And as far as Wyandotte County, there's a lot of black folk here. And he's just letting them run through people, falsely incarcerated. It was
I feel like I would lose sleep knowing that I did something to somebody or put somebody in jail and they were innocent. Just to, I guess, get a number, just to make a case.
He was clocking in. Chink, chink. As long as I got my check, I'm all right, you know. And that's a big, you know, that's a known name here in Wyandotte County, Galooski, you know. But I know because my father's part of the you know, the government as far as, you know, a public service, and so, you know, it sadly, but you know, Wyandotte County is racist. Yeah. And it goes deep. You know, a lot of towns are like that. And so it's nothing new as far as, you know, America is concerned. But as far as here where we live at Wyandotte County in Kansas City, Kansas, you know, you got to keep your nose clean or you might find yourself in Leavenworth.
And even if your nose is clean, you might find yourself in Leavenworth.
You might find yourself in Leavenworth.
That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. And that's what we're fighting. That's why we kneel. That's why, you know what?
So I'm glad the man's, he's 41 now. And he looked young, you know. He kept himself, you know.
But being locked up for the age of 17, and then like, you know how much shit has changed in 23 years.
Yeah, he don't know nothing about technology.
Assimilate to society nowadays, and then you get out and Trump is the president.
Yeah,
and it's almost like the shit you learned in school about racism and about the KKK and all, like, I get out.
Well, that's just the same. But as far as, you know, getting into life now,
a part of you would think that things would progress.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they still know that they still have news.
They still got a news. They got TV.
They're not in some isolated island, might
a padded room.
They
for
still in the city.
Hours.
You know, they got the news.
That's probably all they got, the news. So
he
probably knows more about what's going on than I do.
That's probably how he got out, because he hit to what's going on. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it's sad, but that's, you know, that's just one of many stories. You know, it just came close to home, you know, because
that was another thing
right in the city.
It seems like it happens all the time. Every other month, every 2 months, we're hearing about wrongly convicted black person getting out of jail.
Next, Veronica Green. I heard this story. I think around the weekend. It was old cousin. Well, I guess she was watching another cousin. Mm-hmm. I think she's like in her 60s, early to mid 60s, and the young lady was like 9 years old. Now I guess she's watching. I don't know if she was babysitting. I don't know the situation as far as how they, you know, why she was there, but she was watching her. I'm thinking, and she said the girl was out of control. You know,
the 9-year-old.
Let me bring it back. It was the cousin's auntie was there, and some other guy, I think another cousin or uncle, and they called old cousin.
They called Veronica.
They called Veronica to come through because
the person they was the
young lady 9-year-old is out of control.
Out of control. Okay.
And
we calling this some backup.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Veronica comes.
Don't make me call on TV. Don't make me call her. All right. You get on the phone and call Veronica. She comes through.
I want to laugh because what you just said was funny, but it's a sad situation. Because she said to control her or to get her to calm down, she sat on the girl for like 10 minutes, and the girl was like, "I can't breathe." You know, and the cousin ain't like a Bill 50. No, she's like over 300 pounds, brother.
So they called. Wait a minute. They called Big Cuz
the enforcer.
The enforcer.
Yeah,
and her tactic to deal with this 9-year-old,
D, not baby D, Big
D, was to sit on her.
That was her method of corralling or disciplining the young girl.
Okay.
And you know, first I think they said she hit her with a ruler, and then like a metal pipe. And, you know, I'm like, you know, that.
I feel like if you got a cousin that uses those type of tactics, I'm good. I don't want anybody to call Big D.
That sounds like one of them cousins that ain't got no kids. And they think they everybody mama type deal.
I can
You
see
know,
that.
I got
can
a
see
cousin
that.
or two that, you know,
Because
I grew up
definitely-
with, like, they feel like that way.
Pipes and sitting on for 10 minutes, that don't work like with kids. Period.
That ain't discipline me when you know you just sitting on something.
If I can't breathe, this we've moved beyond.
Yeah,
discipline.
you killing me. Obviously. And she killed the young girl by sitting on her. They said she got off of her. Excuse me, and you know, and try to revive her, try to do CPR, but no, your ass sat on the girl for 10 minutes. That's a lot of pressure on. A 9-year-old girl, so I'm pretty sure she under 100 pounds. You know, I'm thinking. So you giving all this pressure, over 300-pound pressure,
And
young
she
girl.
trying to prove a point too, so she probably moving and wiggling her big ass, and the baby died.
She died, man. She died, and so they arrested her for.
That don't even sound like let me sit on you. That's one thing I never thought to do.
As far as a punishment,
As far
that,
as
that's
punishment.
what that was her statement. Like that was her punishment. I'm sitting on you.
When
Like you
the
was
the
sumo
belt or
wrestler.
whatever don't work and the pipe don't work.
The pipe don't work. And, I forgot what I just the other tactic I said. Ruler, and she hit her with a ruler. And I can see, you know what?
I would even charge the other two who called Big D over.
Yeah, they got charged with child endangerment.
Oh, okay.
And she got charged.
Yeah, because you called danger over here.
Yeah, for real. And the one that sat on the cousin, she got
Where's the mama at?
homicide. She sent them over to the cousin's house. The woman and the man, the one that got the child endangerment convictions.
Yeah.
To watch the girl.
I mean,
The mama.
where was she at? She like
I don't know. I don't know if she was at work.
when
I don't know if she.
something sounds. This is fishy. When you got a child that you need two people to watch, and then
Well, that was the two people that was there. I'm thinking that the lady, because the auntie was the one that was like the primary, person.
No, I'm saying the mama called two people to watch her child.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's just the auntie. The other the dude was there.
Oh, okay, he was already there.
He was there with the auntie that she called. So I'm thinking he was just there.
Okay.
But he let it happen. So he got charged with child endangerment also.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. The fact that they was still there.
Yeah, they called her over. They didn't leave.
I know they called her over. And
Nah, they said she was out of control, and so they called other cousin to come through and
Do
see
what
what
you
she
do.
could do.
what
You
could-
said
what
on
could
the
what
other
could the
cousin, I don't
child
know.
have been doing to
make
where
you
we got to
sit on-
call in reinforcements, and you start with the ruler, you go to a pipe, and then you say, you know what, fuck it, and you sit on them. They're yelling, I can't breathe. You don't care. I can't breathe.
She
Quit
probably
playing.
didn't have no home training. Maybe and cousin just didn't have no tools. No,
She had tools.
No kid skills.
Her tools weren't for kids. her tools were for
Her tools
gangsters.
were
Grown gangsters. I mean, the ruler.
Somebody that stole something from you.
Ruler maybe not, but the pipe.
The pipe. That's what I said. That's what I said. The ruler. Okay, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, because we've been hit with some stuff.
Yeah.
And so you
Shoot, stitching cord.
Some stuff
I
is
still remember the
understandable.
time my auntie whooped me with a yellow, one of those plastic yellow bats, just because I passed gas during breakfast.
I wish I got hit with a plastic bag. Plastic.
No, but this was my favorite auntie, so that scarred me.
You was hurt the most.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because
You probably wasn't doing something, Mike. You weren't doing something right.
what you mean
What
I
was
wasn't
you
doing?
doing?
I said I passed gas during breakfast, and I think it's funny. It's
Oh, okay.
passing
Right.
gas.
Oh, you deserve that old heat. Oh, yeah.
No, but not from her. I could understand any of my other aunties, but not my favorite. She had a lesson.
fart at the table.
I'm a
And
young
think it's
man.
funny.
It's my other young boy cousin.
Do you fart at the table now?
I learned my lesson.
Exactly. You just gonna fart at the table, goddamn it, and think it's funny. And then laugh.
But we were all laughing
I'm not.
because it was funny.
She didn't think it was funny.
She didn't.
She knew it was right.
She heard my heart and my ass.
But you don't fart, goddamn it, at the table though. That's
I
just rude.
ain't talking about the lessons learned. That's not what we're here for.
Some disciplines, I can get, but sitting on that's extreme.
That is
That's
extreme, yeah.
torture. you sitting on somebody, and that's what when you do as kids. You sit on each other. Just doing stupid. While you wrestling, you just take it,
and you might pass gas.
But you only like 100 pounds too.
Yeah,
So it ain't like
the same. Yeah.
You ain't somebody's cousin that's 60-something years old.
You usually don't get two grown-ups
Yeah.
doing this. So you definitely don't get a grown-up and a child.
It wasn't a form of discipline for us. We was having fun. We knew, I can't read. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get out
because you don't want them to tell, and you get in trouble, and maybe you get set on.
Yeah,
even though that wasn't the thing.
I'll do it again. Just let them know real quick. Okay. I'm just playing. Just playing.
And then if they start crying or whatever, you try to calm them and console them because you ain't trying to get in trouble. But you ain't no Big D. You ain't no Big D was coming.
Oh yeah, they brought in the enforcer, and she did too much, and so
she got arrested. I saw Charlamagne gave her a donkey a day, today or yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean it's bad. It's bad because the parents should have known the type of people that they put in charge of their daughter, and the family is wrong just for everything else that went wrong.
Right. So
the victim was the victim. But I don't. I ain't gonna say I don't know what she was doing, but you ain't supposed to die. And as far as discipline, sitting on somebody ain't no form of discipline. That ain't right.
Just like choking ain't a form of discipline.
Nah.
Shooting somebody ain't a form of discipline. Like, this is not what you do. Stabbing. I feel like we gotta say it now.
Yeah.
People need to know this ain't what you do to discipline your kids.
Because I didn't know sitting on somebody was that form of.
Again, that would have never crossed my mind unless you young and you playing with somebody else that's young. It's like you joking around.
If that's one of your tactics, you don't need to be watching kids. That's just it. You
I feel like she knew she didn't need to be watching kids. That's why she came up with a ruler, a pipe.
She didn't know. She didn't know. That's why she brought over the ruler and the pipe and sat on them. She didn't know. She didn't have no goddamn tools whatsoever. She didn't know.
She had the wrong tools.
She had all the wrong tools.
Anyway.
And my ass, I wouldn't even went over the house. I'm like, you better take care of that child. It seemed like she was.
But when you got something to prove, because you got a reputation out here.
Nah.
They know you in these streets.
I ain't here for this.
I'm Big D.
Child.
Nah. Big D got a big ass, and she done killed.
Niece and nephew. But a cousin.
I feel like this is your kid.
That's your kid. Mike B, tell us what he's got. California watermelon.
We gonna go over to Detroit. We gonna skip California because we short on time. But Detroit,
we got 5.
You got to tell the people,
They know
Detroit.
Yeah,
we got a 41-year-old Robert Patterson. I wanted to know what you would do in this situation. He's especially with your father. You kind of familiar with this. He's a 41-year-old. He's a what do they call him? Probationary firefighter. And so they introducing him to a new little firefighting crew. What they call it? What is it? Engine 55. Mm-hmm. And so he goes over there, tries to introduce himself. They say it's tradition that you bring something, just be like, welcoming or whatever. Mm-hmm. They said normally people bring donuts.
Okay.
But Robert, did I say Robert? Yeah, Robert decided to bring a watermelon. And this particular engine company 55 is like 90% black people. And they didn't take too kindly to old Robert's.
You don't have black friends.
Not only do you not have black friends, you really believe the only thing black people like is chicken and watermelon?
I don't even like watermelon.
I'm just saying, as Robert thinks that, you know what?
I bring this to the party. Watermelon seems like the fruit
let me play it safe. I'm gonna bring something I know they like. I'm gonna kill them with this one. Ooh, get him. He brought up a watermelon. They say he wrapped it in a nice pink bow. And he's like, here you go. I'm Robert. Call me Bob for short. And they looked at him like, mother effer, please. Yeah, and they got pissed off. Of course they was offended. He ended up, losing his job. I don't know if it was like that serious.
But don't play them games. Don't play them games. Their heart there. You know, those ones are out there. You know, some that don't know.
That don't.
They just, you know, they just.
I don't even give those.
But I don't know how you just all of a sudden just come up with water unless maybe he Googled.
But they said he knew that it was like 90-something% black people at this place.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he tried to, you know.
I would think, me personally, I would think that if you know to bring a gift, they would tell you kind of what most people bring. The people that's telling you to go over there with a gift. I guarantee you nobody said watermelon.
It sounded like he didn't have them people.
You don't think nobody told him? It's like,
figure
it out.
And he didn't just have the right people to know that.
Maybe it was a setup. Like, ooh, take some watermelon. You can take some green. You can take some green.
It goes great with the crab.
But if you want something simple, take some watermelon. Because I know you ain't about the greens, you ain't about the fried chicken, but they do like watermelon. Oh, we've seen them throw down a couple of them. He's like, gotcha. Wrapped it up in a pretty pink bow. Said, here you go. And they flipped his ass off.
You know.
What would you do? Would you be offended, or would you? But you say you don't like watermelon.
But it's still, you know, I still can take offense to it. You know, just because I don't like it. But
you get it.
I get it. But you know, I'll probably ask a question or two.
Like, what made you think this is some bullshit? What made you think it was cool to bring some watermelon?
I wouldn't.
Oh no, you got to go all in. You got to go ham.
I wouldn't go all gangster.
Why not?
It ain't called for gangster. He ain't got a gun.
You don't know. If you can't bring a watermelon,
it sounds like there's a meet and greet. You
can't bring a watermelon to a black picnic and not be strapped. You asking for an ass whoop.
It's not a picnic, might be.
I know it's not a picnic.
It's a cookout.
It ain't even a cookout. This is work.
But it's a meet and greet though. And like he introducing himself to the people.
Yeah, you the only new person. You greeting yourself. You greeting us.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna have to work with you.
I feel like,
and so you know, I'll get some. I'm just not gonna start the conversation out, bitch, motherfucker. You know, and
sometimes you got
ready.
to though. That's the new thing.
Don't be coming up in here.
You got to. You got to let them know.
I can say the same thing without cussing them out.
Oh no, you got to let them know. Put some fear in their heart.
Oh no, you can be silent and put more fear in somebody than just shout.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like old Robert needed an ass whooping. He needed a out loud ass whooping.
Oh no, it's just one of them you take to the side, and it's one of them say brother. You can't be coming around.
Yeah. Would you ask, like, what was your thought process? Like, what made you decide to choose?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. You know what I'm saying? Now
I'm doing all this.
Now the responses are,
that's gonna dictate whether you get a little bit angry.
Now that you might get old.
He said, "Well, I heard you black people like watermelon."
Okay, the conversation's changed then. It ain't say brother.
Was I mistaken?
It ain't the same brother
Do
then.
you not like watermelon? Fried chicken, collard greens, or was it collard greens or mustard greens? It was one of those type of greens.
Sorry, folks. I guess we got to give you an ending. We don't know when to stop, but just know. If you're white, don't bring watermelon
to a black picnic, a black get together. Don't bring it to a black thought.
If you're gonna have some other fruit, have pineapple,
like a
strawberry.
That would have made sense.
Have
like
a little medley. Then we feel welcome.
Oh, but don't do a fruit plate and then fried chicken.
Don't have the only fruit watermelon.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That just we gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah. Robert, he learned the hard way.
Yeah. So anything else might be?
No, sir.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's it. Till next time.
Peace.